Let's talk about my weights and what's going on, guys. It is your boy JoelGamerDude here. Welcome back to episode 2 of GamerDude Exercises, and honestly very excited to talk about what my weights and goals are for this episode. But before we get straight into it, just want to say really quickly, definitely hit the like button and also subscribe if you guys want to be part of the journey. I'm trying to get to 2,000 subscribers before the end of the year. It will really mean a lot if you guys help me reach that goal, but we're also very close to hitting 1,550, so if you want to help me reach that goal instead, that would also really mean a lot. Anywho, let's talk about my weights and goals. So in the beginning of this year, I will admit to you guys, I did start like at 300, honestly 301, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. It's either 301 or 305. I just know that I was in the 300 range, and honestly I said to myself, I never want to be back in the 300s ever again. I really don't, honestly, because it's just kind of like, in a way, like disrespectful to myself, honestly, and just, I don't know, it's just a mentality thing, I guess. At the end of the day, like, I never want to see 300 like in the scale ever again, you know. I kind of stuck to that mentality, honestly, and I'm honestly very excited for when it comes to my exercising journeys and everything. I will actually admit to you guys right now, actually, that right now currently, like, I had to stop a challenge because a couple of things were happening in the past 2 weeks, honestly, and I will explain that in a future episode and mostly towards my documentary movie also. But I am gonna start a new challenge before the Miami trip, honestly, and I hope I commit to it, honestly, which I know I will, honestly. But I will say that I'm proud of myself because I have not gone back to 300, honestly, and that's something that I'm very proud of, honestly. But when it comes to my weights and goals, honestly, I have basically 2 checkpoints and then the final goal, well, at least till the documentary movie. So the first checkpoint actually is my Miami trip. Actually, that is going to occur on November 14th, actually, and I am trying to do a challenge before then, honestly, which was one of the challenges that I was doing, honestly, and my goal before then is to reach at least 285, honestly. And yeah, I do think I could get to that goal, honestly. I will admit to you guys, when I started the challenge for Miami, you know, I did want to reach 275, which if I end up doing, I know I possibly can, but if I generally end up doing so, I'll be so happy about myself, honestly. But I don't mind if I at least reach to 285 before November 14th, because that's literally just like maybe like 3 weeks away, honestly, and maybe I can be able to lose that amount of pounds, honestly, if I really set stone, honestly, and all my goals and everything. I think I can do it, honestly, but I want to at least get to the minimum of at least 285, honestly, before November 14th. So very excited about that, honestly, and that's like my first checkpoint. My second checkpoint actually is on December 25th, actually. I'm a Hispanic, so you know that all those what's it called, tamales, you know, are gonna come in for Christmas and everything, and I'm gonna be grubbing on that shit. So I at least definitely will keep on track with my food and everything when it comes to that week of Christmas and also New Year's. But my goal before December 25th, honestly, is to at least get to the 270 to 265 mark, honestly. I feel like that's at least reasonable, you know, to get to that goal, honestly, just because I generally feel like I can push myself, you know, and I do want to see myself at least be in the 270 marks before the end of the year, honestly, and that's what I feel like, honestly, to do with that goal, honestly, by before Christmas, or at least before the end of the year. But then my final point, honestly, when it comes to at least this part of the season of this GamerDude Exercises, before the documentary movie releases, I definitely want to at least be in the 260, 255 mark, honestly. But my end goal at the end of the day is to at least be in the 230 range, honestly. So if I could get to 230 before March, which I generally do think I can, honestly, if I really have a hard mindset, honestly. But if I'm going to be completely honest with you guys, I do have the mindset right now, but I don't think my mindset is all the way there, if I'm going to be completely honest, and that's something that I definitely need to work on when it comes to the season, honestly, because I definitely want to see myself a little bit slimmer, you know. But honestly, I have to give props to people that genuinely, like, what's it called, do surgery for extra fat, honestly. We gotta give a round of applause to those people, honestly. But if I'm gonna be completely honest, I do not want to do that for myself, honestly. I'm just kind of like scared in a way, you know, because I just don't I don't know, I don't really, I just don't see myself doing that, you know. So like, in a way, if I get extra fat, you know I have extra fat here, but I do want to convert that into muscle at the end of the day. So maybe I would have to gain some weight to really get the muscles going and everything. So I'm probably gonna be bulk as shit, you know. I actually don't mind that, honestly, for myself. At the end of the day, when it comes to this series, you know, if I'm losing weight, I think that I consider that as a W, you know, regardless if I don't reach my goals or not. As long as I am losing weight, you know, and keeping myself healthy and everything, I feel like that's the best way I can interpret this, honestly. I am healthy right now, don't get me wrong. I mean, I could be better, let's be honest, but I do want to push myself to become even healthier, if that makes sense. And I feel like that is definitely a goal that I definitely want to achieve for myself at the end of the day too. So at the end of the day, there's only 2 goals that I really want to reach. 1, become a healthier person, and 2, just try to reach my goal of at least 230, around there, honestly. Because even though when I reach the documentary movie, you know, I'm not gonna end the season, you know, I'm still gonna just pull out episodes, you know, probably not as frequently, honestly, as I am doing it right now, because I at least want to get maybe like at least 6 to 7 episodes before the documentary movie. So I will be trying my best to really put these episodes out there, honestly, at least maybe 1 or 2 every month, you know, because that's what it's looking like, honestly. But I definitely really want to push myself, honestly, to really try my best to get healthier, you know. And that's, I think, the main thing about the show, honestly. Just try to become healthier and learn that perfect balance in a way too, because I also want to interpret stuff about my like life and everything, of what I've been dealing with and stuff like that when it comes to my goals and weight and everything. And I want this to be more of like a genuine journey of me losing weight, you know, and just like how I interpret it and everything. I feel like, at least for my personal opinion, you know, I still love transformation videos, you know. I like, it does encourage me in a way, but I think the Zila transformations honestly kind of inspire me, honestly, to really push myself, you know, because we see these people struggle. I feel like it's more of like a documentary movie in a way when I'm watching those Zila transformations, you know, and just kind of seeing people's like perspectives in some type of way, you know. I like those type of transformations because it's like you can really see someone struggle. And with this series, you know, it's more like on time, if that makes sense, you know, like it's not all condensed into one, you know. That's why I kind of wanted to bring this season in a way too, because I kind of wanted to be kind of like on the same time, if that makes sense, you know. Even though these episodes might be like a month or 2 behind, you know, because next episode was kind of filmed, honestly, like maybe like a month and a half ago. So, but at least it's still like kind of like relevant, if that makes sense, you know. So that's why I kind of want to still keep it how it is. But yeah, those are my weights and goals, honestly. I hope you guys did enjoy this episode. If you guys did, definitely hit the like button. Also subscribe to the channel if you're new. Definitely stay tuned for episode 3 coming out next month. Honestly, I'm gonna try my best to get that out before I go to Miami, honestly, but it could be maybe after, honestly. I have no idea, but I'm gonna try my best to at least get that episode before then. But I hope you guys did enjoy. If you guys did, definitely hit the like button. Also subscribe to the channel if you're new. Peace out, guys. Remember, guys, to enjoy your day, make everything else today. Everyone stay positive and be positive. You guys already know you have a positive mindset. Peace. I just need